Science is the highest personification of the nation because that nation will remain the first which carries the furthest work of thought and intelligence. A very warm good morning and heartily welcome to all. We are honored to have Professor P.K. Aluwalia as our chief guest, and we are extremely happy to welcome you, sir. I, Radhika Sharma, student of MSc Physics, 4th semester, and my co-host Monica Gupta, student of MSc Physics, 2nd semester, welcome Principal Ma'am, Professor Neena Vasudeva, Vice Principal, Dr. H.L. Sharma, teachers and participants on behalf of Department of Physics, GPGC Bilaspur, to 1 week international workshop on Nano Materials Modelling using Machine Learning and SIESTA 2023 in collaboration with Indian Association of Physics Teachers. We are glad to have your benign presence on this occasion. As pinning ceremony is a symbolic representation of our chief guest and other dignitaries. So I would request Dr. H.L. Sharma to pin up the rosette towards the chief guest, Professor P.K. Aluwalia. Now I request Professor Pratima Nadda to pin up the rosette to our guest of honor, Dr. Rajendra Adhikari. I request Dr. P.S. Katwal to pin up the rosette to our guest of honor, Mr. Narendra. I request Dr. Monica to pin up the rosette to Principal Ma'am. I request Dr. G.S. Arya to pin up the rosette to Dr. H.L. Sharma. I request Dr. Monica to pin up the rosette to Professor Pratima Nadda. I also request Dr. Surjeet to pin up the rosette to Dr. P.S. Katwal. I also request Dr. Arun to pin up the rosette to Professor Ranjit Kaushal. I request students Samiksha, Priyanka, Shalini and Bharti to pin up the rosette to faculty members of Physics Department. Shalini, kindly pin up the rosette to media persons also. To make this occasion more happier, I would be glad to request our worthy principals to welcome our chief guest by presenting bouquet as a token of love and respect. Now, I request Dr. H.L. Sharma to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Rajendra Adhikari, by presenting bouquet. I request Professor Ranjit to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Narendra, to present bouquet. Now I request Principal Ma'am to present our venerated chief guest with topi and muffler as an expression of our gratitude and inexplicable bond we have forged with him. I also request Dr. Surjit Sande to present our guest of honor, Dr. Rajendra Adhikari, with topi and muffler. I also request Dr. G.S. Arya to present our guest of honor, Mr. Narendra, with topi and muffler. Thank you so much. Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expels the darkness of might, similarly, blessings bring in our life prosperity and happiness. To make this event a blessed one, invoke Goddess Saraswati by kindling the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. For seeking the choicest blessings for the same, I invite our admirable Chief Guest, Professor P.K. Aluwalia, Principal Ma'am, Professor Neena Vasudeva, Vice Principal and Chairman of this event, Dr. H.R. Sharma, Vice Chairperson, Professor Pratima Nadda, Dr. P.S. Katwal, Professor Ranjit Kaushal to kindle the lamp. I also invite all the other dignitaries to join them. शुभम करोति कल्याणम आरोग्यम धन संपदा शत्रु बुद्धि विनाशाय दीपज्योति नमस्तुते। दीप के प्रकाश को हम नमन करते हैं जो वातावरण में शुभता, समृद्धि और स्वास्थ्य लाता है, जो वातावरण और मन से अनैतिक भावनाओं और नकारात्मक शक्ति को नष्ट करता है। इस दीपक को जलाने से सभी शत्रु भाव का नाश हो। Thank you. Now, I would like to invite students for Saraswati Vandana.
Hello. शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू स्वर की देवी संगीत तुझसे हर शब्द तेरा हर गीत तुझसे। तू स्वर की देवी संगीत तुझसे हर शब्द तेरा हर गीत तुझसे। हम हैं अकेले हम हैं अधूरे तेरी शरण में हमें प्यार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। मुनियों ने समझी गुनियों ने जानी वेदों की भाषा पुराणों की वाणी। मुनियों ने समझी ने जानी वेदों की भाषा पुराणों की वाणी। हम भी तो समझे, हम भी तो जाने, विद्या का हमको अधिकार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा घुघुट सर पे ताजे। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा घुघुट सर पे ताजे। मन से हमारे मिटा के अंधेरे, हमको उजालों का संसार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ। Thank you.
Thank you so much, girls. I request HOD of Physics Department and convener of workshop, Dr. Sujit Chandel, to come up on the stage to welcome the chief guest and other dignitaries.
Chief guest of the day, Professor Aluwalia ji, Professor Rajendra Adhikari ji, Narinder ji, और worthy principal and patron of this workshop, Professor Neena Vasudeva ji, chairman of this workshop, Dr. H.L. Sharma ji, then coordinator of this program, Dr. Arun Kumar ji, vice persons of this workshop, Professor Pratibha Nadda ji, Dr. P.S. Katwal ji, and Ranjit Kausal ji, the media personals who have always been on the toes to give a good coverage of our college activities, Anil Thakur ji, Rajat Thakur ji from Amar Ujala Bureau, Sunil Thakur ji from Khabre Abhi Tak, and then the participants in this workshop who have joined over here from the length and breadth of this country, from various states. In fact, the lifeline of this workshop, I welcome you all, our organizer secretary, Dr. Monica ji, co-convener Ghanshyam ji, I welcome you all on the inaugural session of this 1 week workshop. Dear friends, today we have with us a person with dazzling personality, a magnificent personality, Professor P.K. Ahluwalia ji, who was once regarded as the backbone of this HP University. Backbone in the sense that he was given many challenges, tasks, and he always brought laurels to the HP University. For instance, the Rusa program coordinator, and then framing various syllabus committees, and currently he is also handling the affairs of alumni guest house in Simla. So, hats off to you, sir. We are feeling both elated and elevated by your presence. If I go down to my memory lane, I have many countless things to remember about Professor Ahluwalia ji. Some of them are etched deeply in my mind. Whenever he visited the lab, he had got many methods to inspire his students. He generally used to say, if I don't want to do a work, I can write 100 excuses on the board. But if I want to do a work, if I am committed to do a work, then there is no excuse. And then one more, while speaking, while giving lectures, he categorized questions into two categories, a good question and bad question. And he further explained, a good question is that which is in the interest of whole society, which enlightens everyone. And then we asked, sir, what is the bad question? Then sir narrated, a bad question is that question, a synonym of leg pulling, or many times we see in the parliament. So, over the years, I have seen Professor Ahluwalia ji develop a good researcher, a good observer, as well as a mature officer. I also extend again my welcome to Rajendra Adhikari ji and Narendra ji, who have traveled a long distance to enlighten our participants. Dear participants, I hope this workshop will be a memorable event in your life. It will strengthen your knowledge. We have framed various committees consisting of our strengths, which will redress your issues regarding boarded and lodging. Professor Arun will dictate later on the names of these committees. Then finally, you have many of you have visited, I think, Bilaspur for the first time. So far as Bilaspur is concerned, it is situated in the foot of lower Himalayas, also called Shivaliks. It is 6 to 700 meters above the sea level. It is a bliss for the sports lovers, for the paragliding lovers, for water sports lovers, because we have got here a largest artificial lake, Gobind Sagar, due to the backwater of highest gravity dam, Bhakhra. This place is rich in calcium. We have got ACC plant over here, Ultratrack cement over here, which is catering to the needs of many of our states, almost entire India. Then again, this place is famous for Shaktipeeth Naina Devi ji. So it is believed that the eyes of Sati fell down over this place. This soil also belongs to Victoria Cross, the highest gallantry award of UK government, and then PVC, the highest gallantry award of our India government. So once again, I thank everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I invite Principal Ma'am, Professor Neena Vasudeva for formal welcome.
Namaskar. On the inaugural session of the 6 days international workshop on Nano Material Modelling using Machine Learning and SIESTA, our Honorable Chief Guest and the keynote speaker, Dr. P.K. Ahluwalia ji, the guest of honor, Dr. Rajendra Adhikari ji and Mr. Narendra Kumar ji, esteemed associate and assistant professors, faculty, research scholars, PG students, and representatives from media, my worthy colleagues from the host institution. On the behalf of the staff and students of the Government Postgraduate College Bilaspur, today I take immense pleasure in welcoming all of you in the international workshop. I feel extremely proud and privileged to welcome our chief guest, Dr. P.K. Ahluwalia ji, who accepted our invitation with utmost humility. It is an overwhelming moment for me, as he happens to be my most respected, revered teacher and a constant source of inspiration, not only to me, but to thousands of his students and research scholars. He has vast experience in research work with specialization in condensed matter physics. He has the credit of taking a number of initiatives in the university and for colleges also. As a renowned physicist, he has been conferred with a number of awards for his academic achievements and research work. Here, I would like to mention that the idea of organizing international workshops to inspire students and to promote knowledge sharing was mooted by Dr. Arun Kumar and Dr. Surjit Chandel. But the inspiring force to materialize this idea into reality is Dr. Ahluwalia ji, who is holding the position of President of prestigious Indian Association of Physics Teachers, in whose collaboration this workshop is being organized. It is an honor for the institution to be graced by the presence of such an accomplished physicist. I have deep sense of gratitude for your accepting the invitation, for giving the keynote speech today and guiding our students and participants to new arenas in physics research. Thank you, sir. I also heartily welcome Dr. Rajendra Adhikari ji from Department of Physics of Kathmandu University of Nepal. He has immense academic research and teaching experience in condensed matter physics and high performance computing innovative techniques and possesses computing skills in computer languages and software and highly experienced in Linux system administration. His devotion for knowledge exchange has made him to fly and travel all the way from Kathmandu, the capital city of our beautiful neighboring country Nepal, to this small town of the state of Himachal Pradesh, situated on the left bank of mighty Himalayan river Satluj, where where the campus of Government Postgraduate College Bilaspur is located, which is one of the oldest colleges of the state, established in 1952, and which offers number of UG and PG courses with the student strength of about 3,500. We feel honored to have you, sir, as a resource person in the workshop. Thank you. I feel privileged to cordially welcome Mr. Narendra Kumar, who very kindly consented to be the part of the workshop, having post-graduated from a government college of small hilly town called Humarvi, which is about 20 kilometers from here. He is now a research scholar at United Arab Emirates University, Abu Dhabi. It is not an easy for a small town student to dream so big and so far, but his perseverance and dedication, coupled with guidance of his able teachers like Dr. Arun Kumar, he made it possible. I'm sure he will be inspiration for a number of students which are seeking their career in research. Thanks, Narendraji, for being part of the workshop. I extend heartily welcome to all the researchers, assistant professors, associate professors, and faculty who have come all the way from different parts of the country, like Chandranagore from West Bengal, Surat from Gujarat, Kolhapur in Maharashtra, Sagar in MP, Raipur in Chhattisgarh, from Haryana, the neighboring state, Punjab, and from within the state. Some of them may be joining us later in the day, and I take this opportunity to welcome representatives from print and digital media who are with us to cover this event. I greet my colleagues from the host institution and above all, my greetings and best wishes to the enthusiastic and talented PG students of physics who are hugely assisting the teachers to materialize the workshop in a big way. Thank you all the students. I would like to apprise the participants that during 6-day workshop, they will have opportunity to listen to and interact with Professor Ravinder Pandey of Michigan Technical University, Michigan. He will connect with you online. Professor Nasir Tit of United Arab University, Abu Dhabi. He will also be there on the online mode. Dr. Jagdish Kumar and Dr. Ashok Kumar, both from Central University, Punjab, located in Batinda. Dr. Anjana Bhardwaj from GC Baro, they will join us, and from the host institution, they will be guided by Dr. Arun Kumar, Dr. Sujit Chandel, also Dr. Monica Chandel and Dr. Ghansham. Dr. Subhash Chand from NIT Hamirpur will be our chief guest in the valedictory ceremony. Here, I would like to assert that such seminars and conferences are frequently being hosted by higher education institutions, but these generally enrich the teachers and faculty. But this is a unique program of its own type, which focuses on the students and research scholars. They may be teachers as research scholars. I'm sure that during hands-on session, the participants will be able to learn about basic theoretical background of DFT, machine learning, and SIESTA. My best wishes to all the resource persons and to the participants for the success of workshop. I congratulate the Department of Physics and coordinated by my worthy colleagues, Dr. H.L. Sharma ji, Madam Pratima, Dr. P.S. Katwal ji, Dr. Ranjit, and all other my colleagues from the Government College Bilaspur who assisted for this workshop to come on the floor in a big way. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. Now I request Dr. Arun Kumar to give brief review of this workshop.
Namaskar. I want to thank all the participants first of all who made this workshop, I think, successful. When I started looking at that here to do the workshop, then I was looking for the conference hall, but that conference hall was captured by Election Commission of India. And then I see that where to go, and then I look at this room, and I feel good when I see that all seats are filled. It's only because of all the participants. So I thank all the participants, and I thank Professor Satish Kumar Aluwalia. He's my mentor and PhD supervisor and the president of Indian Association of Physics Teachers. So I called Sir, I think round about 10 o'clock, sir, this is what is happening in my institute and give me some motivation. So he is the motivating force behind me. And I thank Professor Adhikari. I called Adhikari sir because we are communicating from so many months back. He said that in this year we will talk about the machine learning. I also done something on the machine learning, but it's a little bit tedious for me. But Adhikari sir said that in this workshop we will try to find out the at least band structure of materials using machine learning, and that's a great thing for all the theoretical physicists. And I also thank principal of this institution, Professor Nina Basudeva. So she said to me 3 months back that we will organize some event in this institution. So first of all, I said we will do this workshop on the local level, and then I thought that let us make this national level, and then finally we arrived at the conclusion that let us make it as at the international level. So 50% participants are from the outside India and resource persons from outside the India and 50% resource persons from outside. And so then this workshop is divided into 2 parts. First part is the machine learning and another part is the SIESTA code. So for 3 days, Adhikari sir will be there with us. So we will try to learn machine learning and how this machine learning is used to characterize the properties of the material. And then after that, I will take the hands-on session and then do some simulations with the SIESTA code and how SIESTA help us to understand the various properties of the material. And interesting thing with this code is that you can run simulation even on your laptop. Even till date, 2006, 2007, I'm working with SIESTA code, and I'm only working on my laptop. That's a great thing with this code. And I also thank Narendra from Abu Dhabi. I called him that you must come here because we will try to reach the every depth of the participants so that they learn something. That's how materials are understood by solving the Schrodinger wave equation using PFT code and anything else. Because there are some experimentalists are also there. Actually, what will happen? Experimentalists will do dielectric properties, and then using those dielectric properties, they will estimate the energy band gap. Ma'am, I am right? And what we will do, we will plot the electronic band structure, and using that electronic band structure, we can calculate the dielectric properties. So this is the common thing for the experimentalists and the theoretical people. And you can do calculations at your own desktop. You need not to do calculation on a supercomputer. Even I have run the calculations with the 150 atoms on my laptop. That's a great thing for us. Secondly, I would like to thank students of Government College Bilaspur, because whenever I said how to do the thing, sir, हम आपके साथ हैं, कोई नहीं, आप बताओ हमने क्या करना है. It's a great thing. And secondly, I would thank students of Government College Ghumarni. Few students stand up with me 24 hours. Whatever I said to them, they do it. Without student force, we cannot organize this event. There are some problems, there are some limitations of this institution. There is no hostel facility. Manpower is also not so much. So, but मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि हर एक डेस्क पे मैं जाऊं और हम सीखें. And these all lectures are live on the YouTube. I think we have shared the link on this WhatsApp group. I also thank Dr. Surjeet Chandel, all the faculty members of the department, and senior professors, Dr. H. Sharma, Professor Pratima Nadda, Professor P.S. Katwal, Professor Premjit, Professor Ranjit Kaushal. I also thank media persons. They have given a wide coverage to this event. So this is a brief idea of this workshop, and we have shared with you the tentative schedule of the workshop, and the main focus of this workshop is the hands-on sessions. We will do mostly hands-on sessions, and 1 or 2 lecture sessions are there per day, right? So everyone should learn. In machine learning, we have less number of helpers, but because Adhikari sir is the expert in that field, I think Narendra will also help us a little bit. I am also a learner with you for that. But in CSA, we have a lot of manpower, so let us make it a successful. So we all are learners. I am not an expert. सर एक बार बोलते थे, कई बार जब मैं सर के साथ कई बार जाता था कि ना मैं स्टूडेंट्स के कंधे पे देख के ना पता लगा लेता हूँ, मैं इनसे सीख लेता हूँ. तो अब जाके मुझे ना काफी सालों बाद वो बात समझ आई कि नहीं, मैं नहीं सिखा रहा हूँ, स्टूडेंट्स मुझे सिखा रहे हैं. So I thank you all the participants, right? And I am also a participant with you all, right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It is my privilege to formally welcome our Esteemed Chief Guest, Professor P.K. Ahluwalia, Retired Professor, Department of Physics, HPU, President of Indian Association of Physics Teachers, who could make it convenient to preside over this program. Dr. Ahluwalia held various positions in different capacities. Some of these are Coordinator UGC SAP Physics Department HPU, Member Advisory Committee HP Private University Education Regulatory Commission, Member HP State Higher Education Council, Member Advisory Committee Himachal Pradesh Public Service Commission, Chairperson Department of Physics HP University, Chairperson Board of Studies in Physics UG and PG, Coordinator UGC Nodal Center for Computer Applications in Physics, Mathematics and Commerce, Dean Faculty of Physical Science, Dean Planning and Teachers Matters Director, and the list is endless. Professor Ahluwalia has taught in St. Bede's College from 1980 to 87 and then joined HP University Department of Physics. Sir has vast experience in research work. His main research areas are condensed matter physics and physics education research. Sir has guided 16 PhD students, 34 MPhil dissertations, and currently 2 PhD students are working under him. He has published 3 books on computational physics and related areas. He has published a number of research papers in well-known international and national journals. He has been awarded Commonwealth Academic Fellowship at University of Edinburgh, UK, and as the best teacher and academic administrator by Himachal Pradesh University for the year 2012. He has achieved Environment Leadership Award 2017 in individual capacity by Department of Science and Technology, Government of Himachal Pradesh. He has the credit of taking number of initiatives in academics in HPU campus, like implemented campus-wide optical fiber network in HPU. As a part of FIST, he established high-performance computing laboratory for research in condensed matter research. He has various interests like radio featuring writing, science popularization, sketching, and drawing. Sir is currently working on developing e-resources for one of the MSc courses for UGC e-Pathshala project. Sir is a great achiever in all respects, and his contribution in academics, research, and encouraging young minds is marvelous. Sir, you are a source of inspiration for all of us. I welcome you once again. Now, I request our distinguished chief guest, Professor P.K. Ahluwalia, to address the assemblage and give precious input to the participants of the workshop.
Sit down. So, a very good morning to each one of you who is present in this hall. I feel grateful that I have been given an opportunity by the organizers of this conference to be with you. I am grateful to Principal Ma'am, Professor Neena Vasudevaji, the patron of this workshop, and a very dedicated team of colleagues from the college. Dear friends, let me tell you that it is very encouraging to see senior faculty of the college participating in these programs. And they are not necessarily from physics. Still, they made a point that they would like to be part of this. I salute their dedication for organizing such an event. And their blessings are, in fact, a source of encouragement to me also personally. I have a very young set of colleagues in the physics department here. And I can tell you that they are highly qualified to organize this kind of a conference. They have not called you here to just get you into lectures and let you feel that you have not learned anything. I can assure you, because I know them personally, that you are going to have great time in this particular workshop itself. And when it was being said that it's going to be a hands-on workshop, I think something which you are going to learn here in this workshop cannot be learned just by theory or by listening to lectures. You have to, have your minds on and hands on at the same time. Then also it doesn't work. So please make sure that you get best out of the people. And how do you get best out of the people? That you become active participants and don't remain sleeping participants in the workshop. Don't hesitate to ask questions. The experts may not have answers to all the questions, but still, if you have questions, maybe they will try to find answers to those questions also. Why this workshop is so important? One thing is that you may say that it is happening in a college environment, but let me tell you, knowledge is not confined to, say, a small college or a big university. We believe that knowledge comes from all the sides. And there is a very interesting quote in Upanishad which says, "Let noble thoughts come to us from all sides." And that is the spirit with which this program has been organized. I am only a cheerleader, I have just to come and cheer you up and make you feel that, yes, this is going to be a wonderful exercise in which you are going to really participate. And, there is a new dimension which has been added to this program, which is not yet being taught even at the national level in our country. And that is making people understand machine learning, because we are talking of artificial intelligence and many such things today. And we sometimes do not know that how it is affecting us. But we in physics are, if you allow me to use this word, very clever people. And when something new comes in our hand, we are able to use it very effectively. And I'm very glad that with us in this workshop, we have Professor Rajendra Adhikari. For me, he is an inspiration, let me tell you, dear participants. And the reason is very simple. I met him once, and after that, I have become his fan. Can you imagine that in a remote corner of Nepal, he has established a facility of high-performance computing, which was brought by him by means of the computers, which CERN thought are not of use to them. So, transporting all those machines to his university at Kathmandu, called Kathmandu University itself, he was able to establish a structure that we feel envy of. And he is also not, I think he is a incarnation of what we say in Gita. अपना कर्म करो और उसमें से कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा निकल के आए. When I am saying this with lot of vinamrata for him. He's a very vinamra person. And I am sure that you will definitely be led into machine learning with his interaction. Plus, there is, bonus also which is going to come your way, courtesy Rajendra ji. I think, and that bonus is that he is going to give you access to his high performance computing facility at Kathmandu, which you can remotely access. And I think if you are able to work there for just 3 months and do 1 or 2 problems on your own, I think that will open the floodgates. There is one thing very interesting about what you are going to really handle, as the knowledge base of this particular workshop, and that is DST. Now, there is one very interesting issue in making use of DST, and that this issue is this, that you are given codes and you are able to learn the codes very easily. But what is being, vomited out of those codes, we need to understand that what are these numbers telling us? And analysis of those numbers, sometimes we do not learn immediately. We need hand holding for that. And I think this workshop is going to hold your hand for that purpose also. When Dr. Arun was saying that he can do things on a laptop, the reason is very simple, and you should not forget that. That sometimes we say that we do not have resources. Where should I go and do these kinds of things? Thanks to the times in which we are living, our computers are becoming so powerful that if we know how to use them properly, you can really extract a lot out of them. Only issue is this, that you should recognize this fact that what are the problems on which you need to focus. If you are able to focus on those problems which are manageable on a machine, which is with you, then I think you will be able to not only just learn things, but start publishing your research work also. Fortunately, with machine learning, I hope I'm not wrong, sir, you please correct me. There is one thing which is happening, particularly in the context of these electronic structure calculations, that once you have machine learning, the computational cost becomes still less. And that means that people like us who are sitting in remote areas, Himachal is a remote place. When you see that it's a very remote place, you have come from far off places, you find that you can still do and rub your shoulders with the best in the world. Internet is at our fingertips. So those are not the issues now. I think your laptop is good enough to connect you to the world. You can have a hotspot with your laptop, with your mobile, and you will find that you will start running. So I'm sure that we didn't really say that you bring your research paper and we will have a poster session and do such things. We said come here and learn with us and let us also learn with you. That is the spirit with which we are actually having this particular international workshop. I would like to underline workshop in this. In workshop what happens, that whenever something is being done, you try to do those things with your own hand and clarify your doubts right here itself. We know our journey also of learning this area and how it was tough when we had nobody to talk to. You require a sounding board, to learn things, and sometimes when you don't understand, you feel like, may I go there, may I go to somebody and ask how to do all these things. This is the essence of this workshop itself. I would like to congratulate Ma'am Hina that she took this bold step to bring Government College Bilaspur on the international scene. Dear friends, Bilaspur is a very historical town, not because of its past history, but because of its modern history also. Let me tell you that Bilaspur is one of the planned hill cities of the country, first planned hill city of the country. Bilaspur was the place from where a call was given by our first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru ji, that the modern temples of India are dams like Bhakra Dam, which started generating electricity. We can't really imagine those things when we are sitting 75 years after independence. But those were the times when you used to stand on Himalayas and look at India, and you used to see all darkness in the country. And suddenly when these dams started working, the places starting, getting lit up. That is the kind of, history of this particular place. You should never forget that. So you are in a very historical place. When we are talking of the journey of modern India, do remember Bhakra Dam. And if you remember Bhakra Dam, you will never forget Bilaspur. Because the people of Bilaspur gave a lot of sacrifices for this system. Dr. Arun and his student Narendra, who is also part of this workshop, I'm very happy to see this thing, that we are really giving a lot of honor to our students. Uh, Narendra is an example of how a small laptop can be used to do very effectively the simulations which are intended in this particular workshop also. So I think you are in best of hands. As I said, I am only a cheerleader. I have just come to encourage you. And I think we started this journey in 2007. And now we are almost 15 years from that journey. And in that journey, we have seen how we learn things on our own via internet resources. IAPT is a very important part of this workshop, because at Indian Association of Physics Teachers, we have a very clear vision and mission that we have to spread physics education, and conducting these workshops is a very important element of spreading that message itself. And if somebody comes to us, the IAPT, and say that we want to do it, I think what more do we desire at IAPT? Isn't it? IAPT would like to showcase that we are doing something if somebody is ready to collaborate with us. All these lectures are going to be available on the YouTube. So that means if you want to revisit these lectures, that is the beauty of modern technology, you can always revisit those. And they will become a permanent resource on the YouTube channel of the IAPT as well as the channel of the college also, YouTube channel of the college also. That's very, very crucial and important. And then we say, when you go away from this workshop, that we have maybe 50, 60, 70 people in our network. And how we can really use that network is very, very important. What is happening on the internet, by the way? LinkedIn, what is that? It is nothing but network. I remember one very interesting quote of Tim Berners-Lee. Have you heard this name? How many of you have heard this name, Tim Berners-Lee? I can only know, but you have heard the name of World Wide Web. He was the man who actually created World Wide Web. He was once asked, what is World Wide Web? He said it is not a network of computers. He said it is a network of people. Can you imagine now what we are doing as Digital India? We have made every person of this country part of that huge network of social context. There are many things which are happening like this. Head of the department, Physics, Mr. Sujit, deserves a lot of praise that he has led his department in the right way under the patronship of Principal Ma'am. Nina has been my student, and she was giving me a call and she was saying that, you remember me, sir? I said, how can we forget our students? A teacher can never forget students. And I know now that because now I am not part of the teaching system formally, but the network of my students is such that I still feel that I am part of the teaching system. So once again, I welcome each participant here who has come from different corners of the country, and I especially encourage the students of the physics department, MSc students, that let me guarantee you one thing: if in the next 6 months, when it comes to get an opportunity to do a project, think of not doing something and just wrapping it and handing it over. Think of doing something to which you are able to get an exposure of a field of research itself. So that when you go out, the way Narendra went out, you start finding that people are ready to take you because you have learned something. That is the purpose of this kind of a workshop. Once again, I thank the organizers and ma'am, Professor Adhikari, and Radha, Sharma sir, and all my colleagues. The only thing which I was finding was that Ansham has become very weak. I don't know why he is looking so weak. He used to have good health when he was in physics department in Shimla. But I think we are going to have great time with my colleagues here, and all the best for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable work. Now, I request Dr. Monica to come up on the stage for the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. I, Dr. Monica, feel very privileged to deliver a vote of thanks on behalf of Department of Physics, Govt College, Bilaspur, at today's inaugural ceremony of 1 week workshop. As we all know that saying thanks is a respectful way to show appreciation towards a person, but these words fall short for today's chief guest, Professor P.K. Aluwalia ji, and guest of honor, Dr. Rajendra Adhikari ji and Mr. Narendra ji. Still, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude towards them for gracing today's occasion with their benign presence. Also, I would like to thank our worthy principal, Professor Neela Vasudevaji, for her constant support and guidance. Take this opportunity to thank our vice principal and chairman of this workshop, Dr. H.L. Sharma, under whose able leadership and guidance this workshop is being organized. A special thanks also goes to our vice chairperson, Professor Pratima Nandaji, Dr. P.S. Katwalji, and Professor Indeed Kausalji, who have taken this responsibility of making the workshop a success. Learning is always a good opportunity to feed our mind as it helps to grow. So I would like to thank our participants who took their time out to be a part of this workshop. I also sincerely appreciate media persons for excellent coverage of this event. We hope to maintain this upward momentum in near future also. So at the end, I want to thank all the faculty members of physics department, all MSc physics students, and non-teaching staff for their enthusiasm, participation, and cooperation. It is because of everyone's hard work that this event would be possible. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I would request you all to proceed to the lobby for high tea. Thanks.
Arun,